Well, the Tom Coughlin Jay Fund is hosting the Champions for Children Gala on Wednesday, October 8th. The event takes place at Pier 60 in New York City. Joining me now is a guy you might recognize as a two-time Super Bowl champion, but now he's on the Jay Fund's board of directors, helping his former coach lead the charge for children battling cancer. Kevin Boothe, welcome to the show, and thanks so much for taking the time to talk about the event.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So, Kevin, before we talk about the event itself, can you talk about your role with the organization and why it was so important for you to jump on board?
Yeah, so obviously I played for Coach Coughlin now, going way back to 2007. And I started out just attending this event. You know, he told us about it. Hey, I would love for you to show your support, come out and be there for my foundation. And I got to learn a lot about the Tom Coughlin Jay Fund during my time as a player. And my role and presence with the organization has increased over the years. And I'm grateful now to be a part of the board.
Now, has being a football player in any way helped you prepare for your role in this organization?
Yeah, I think it has. I mean, when you look at the Tom Coughlin Jay Fund motto or theme, it is be there, right? And to me, that means being a part of a team. And there's no greater leader of a team than Coach Coughlin. And we realized quickly that when you're tackling pediatric cancer, it's not an individual type of deal. It takes not only the family of those that are affected, but also all of the support that we can muster together and create this big team to ultimately defeat cancer.
Can you talk about what we can expect at this year's gala and who we can expect to be there?
Yeah, it's going to be a star-studded event. You talk about our Champions for Children honorees. We have Jimmy Pitaro, who's the chairman of ESPN, who's been in the news recently, especially with the NFL and their dealings lately. And then we have the great St. John's basketball coach, Coach Rick Pitino. So both of those guys will be honored. But then also we have Susan Mara McDonald being honored as our Giant of Compassion winner. So we have three tremendous honorees. But then also, if you look out in the crowd during this event, you'll see some former teammates of mine, including Chris Snee, Chris Canty, who you'll also see and hear on ESPN quite often in your mornings. But then you have the Hall of Famers and Giant legends, Harry Carson, Michael Strahan, who's another teammate of mine, and countless others. We will also actually have Coach Juan Carlos Amoros from Gotham FC will be in attendance, and I think it's one of those events where everybody comes out. It's such a great night, great environment, and we're definitely looking forward to it.
Now, through its efforts, the organization has raised more than $34 million for nearly 7,000 families along the East Coast. How are you able to generate all that funding?
Well, the Champions for Children Gala is our biggest fundraiser of the year, right? So we get a tremendous amount of support from that event. But then we rely on a lot of grants, some long-standing partnerships that we've had. Notably, Mother Cabrini's Health Foundation in New York City has been a longtime supporter of the Tom Coughlin Jay Fund. And there's been countless others, whether there's private donations as well, and different organizations in different industries. So you're talking about different financial firms, you're talking individuals in all walks of life. And we're grateful for all of it because every dollar makes a difference.
And do you feel as though these other organizations and sponsors are willing and eager to jump on board to help this great cause?
Yeah, exactly that. They are so eager to help because when you think about pediatric cancer, going back to what I said at the beginning, it takes all of us. It takes all of us being there together. So all of these organizations, once they realize that you're dealing with a child dealing with cancer, it's not just the child that's being affected. It's the family and all of the ramifications that come along with that and things that we kind of take for granted, such as those daily expenses, those daily obstacles, whether it's groceries, gas money, things of that nature. So we've been very fortunate to have partners that have been very unique in how they've provided support throughout the years.
Is the Jay Fund planning any other upcoming events after the gala?
Yeah, we have our end of the year appeal, which is always a good opportunity to show your support for Jay Fund. And going back to what I said earlier as well, is that every dollar counts. So it's not just a one-time event. And I think that's one of the beauties about the Jay Fund is that we will continue to support these families through and through and provide that extra support, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional. We have all kinds of events where we'll go out and be with these families and with these children, providing support. So there are many opportunities to support the Jay Fund. And to learn more about that, I'd suggest going to the Jay Fund website, which is tcjfund.org. And you can also find us on social media as well.
Kevin, finally, I can't let you go without asking your thoughts on the Giants' first win of the season and Jackson Dart's performance in his first ever start. How great was that to see?
Hey, it's great to win. It's not easy to win in the NFL. So every win should be taken seriously, and you should celebrate it. But I think what was, most exciting was listening to Jackson Dart after the game, where he said, "Hey, there's a lot of things to improve upon." And I think back to my experiences with Coach Coughlin. That's the way we kind of attacked every type of victory. It's, yes, we celebrated it, but then it's, how can we improve? How can we build upon this? And I think there was a tremendous amount of energy within the organization. You saw it on defense, you saw it on offense, you saw it on special teams, everybody playing complementary football. And if they can continue to get that, they'll be a competitive force here going forward.
Success has no finish line. Well, the Champions for Children Gala takes place on Wednesday, October 8th. Kevin Boothe, thanks so much for taking the time, and best of luck with this event.
Thank you so much, Mike.